There's a moment between two people when the air feels heavier, but neither of you says a word. It's like the silence itself is speaking, and if you feel that weight with her, trust me, it's real. Some connections don't announce themselves. They sneak in quietly, almost dangerous, like electricity you can feel but can't touch. You don't talk about it, she doesn't talk about it, and yet it's there, sitting between you like a secret both of you know, but neither will say. It's in the way your eyes meet and quickly look away, in the small pauses when words fail, like both of you are waiting for something neither dares to say. And if you felt that pull, that tension, that quiet gravity with a woman, pay attention. Most men misunderstand it. They walk away thinking it was nothing. She walks away thinking you never noticed her. Here's the truth. Women rarely admit this out loud, not because they can't, but because admitting it first makes them feel vulnerable. And men? You might think you're hiding your feelings, but she sees more than you know. Women don't fall for words. They notice patterns. The little things, the small shifts you think go unseen, are exactly what show the truth. And once you both feel it, the energy between you becomes undeniable. Quiet, electric, almost impossible to ignore. Most men miss this. They see her, they talk to her, but they don't notice the small signs, the little gestures that show she feels something deeper. It's in the way she listens, the pauses in her words, the tiny actions that say more than she will ever speak. If you've ever felt this kind of silent pull, then you already know it's more than casual. And the truth is, women rarely admit it first, not because they don't want to, but because it's scary to be the one to speak first. So pay close attention. What I'm about to show you next is the first psychological sign that she's secretly feeling something for you, even if neither of you says a word. First psychological sign, emotional depth. Even if neither of you admits it, your conversations go deeper than normal. A woman who doesn't have feelings keeps things light, surface level, and predictable. She talks about random topics, keeps answers short, and rarely shares personal thoughts. But when she feels something for you, even secretly, everything changes. She opens up in safe, careful ways. She asks questions that show she truly wants to understand you. She remembers small details, things you said in passing that you thought she didn't notice. She listens to your fears, frustrations, and dreams with a softness and care that surprises you. This emotional depth isn't random. It's her subconscious trying to connect with you without being vulnerable outright. It's like she's building a bridge between your hearts, even if neither of you is ready to cross it fully. And men show it too. You start sharing things you usually keep inside. You talk about thoughts, feelings, or experiences you told yourself you'd never reveal. You feel comfortable, almost too comfortable, and strangely seen around her. It can feel a little scary, because being this open isn't normal for you, and you're aware that something powerful is happening between you two. That's why neither of you says anything. Both of you know that admitting the truth could change everything, maybe even risk what you already have, and that unspoken tension, the silent connection, is what makes it so intense and magnetic. Second psychological sign, your presence affects her behavior. There's a moment when you realize she reacts to you in ways she can't fully control. A woman who feels nothing stays calm, collected, and consistent around you. But when she secretly likes you, her behavior subtly changes, even if she's trying to hide it. One day she's warm, playful, and glowing when she's around you. The next day she might seem distant, guarded, or a little cold. It's not mood swings, it's emotional defense. She's regulating her feelings in real time because her heart reacts faster than her mind. Watch her body language carefully. Women often show interest through micro signals. She might fix her hair, adjust her clothes, sit straighter, or glance at you without meaning to. There's a softness in her eyes when she thinks you're not looking, and the instant she notices that you noticed, she looks away like she's protecting something fragile. Here's something most men don't realize. You affect her nervous system too. If you lean in, she leans in. If you speak softly, she softens her tone. If you pull back, she pulls back too. She doesn't want to. She's just mirroring your energy because that's how her feelings show themselves subconsciously. And the truth is, you're doing the same thing. You might think you're just being polite or friendly, but your voice, posture, and attention all change when she's around. You find yourself looking at her longer than usual. You feel more alive near her, and strangely empty when she's not there. Even if neither of you says anything, she senses it. This back and forth, this unspoken dance, is proof of emotional synchronization, a powerful sign that the attraction between you is real, even if you're both too scared to admit it. Third psychological sign. You both create excuses to stay in each other's lives. There's a moment when you both find ways to keep contact, even if you pretend it's accidental or casual. This is one of the strongest signs that hidden feelings are growing. When two people don't care about each other, conversations are practical, short, and predictable. But when feelings are quietly developing, your interactions suddenly become intentional, even if you don't admit it. She might reach out about small things she could handle on her own. She might ask your opinion about things that don't really need it. She sends memes, random messages, or shares moments from her day that don't require a response. Emotionally, she wants to keep the door open without being the one to push it wide. And you do the same. You think of her when something reminds you of her. You linger in conversations longer than necessary. You ask questions that dig a little deeper. You check in on days you don't really need to. Deep down, you're both maintaining a connection that feels too meaningful to risk losing, even if you pretend it's casual. This back and forth isn't random. It's psychology. Humans don't keep emotional ties without emotional motivation. When two people consistently return to each other through messages, jokes, updates, or late-night conversations, it shows the bond is already there. You don't chase someone's presence unless their absence affects you. And even if you take a little space, both of you eventually return, because somewhere inside, there's a quiet hope that the other person feels the same way. This hope is powerful. It's what keeps the connection alive, even when it's unspoken. And it's why neither of you can let go, even if it feels complicated. Fourth psychological sign, you both feel the tension of something unstarted. There's a moment when the silence between you feels louder than words. Every glance, every pause, every small gesture seems to carry meaning. This is the final sign, the one that shows the connection is real and intense, even if neither of you admits it. This isn't simple attraction or casual interest. It's a rare emotional pressure that grows between two people who care more than they're willing to confess. You feel it in conversations that linger a little too long. You feel it in the hesitation before saying goodbye. You feel it in your chest when she smiles at you. It's a mix of comfort and longing, closeness and distance. You both want each other, but fear losing what you already have. When a woman has feelings she won't admit, she becomes emotionally cautious but physically present. She stays near but not too close. She looks at you but looks away quickly. She lets the moment stretch just enough for you to feel it, then pulls back before anything can happen. It's not rejection, it's self-control. She's protecting her heart from wanting something she isn't sure she can have. And you do the same. You hold back words you want to say. You avoid moves you wish you could make. You tell yourself you're being patient, careful, or respectful. But deep down, you're scared. Scared she might not feel it too. Scared you're imagining it. Scared of misreading signals. So you wait. She waits. And the connection grows heavier, tighter, impossible to ignore. When you're together, the world feels sharper. When you're apart, something feels missing. You replay conversations in your head. You notice her absence even if she was never fully yours. This is not random. This is two hearts trying to stay logical while emotions are already intertwined. The truth is, if either of you admitted how you really feel, everything would change instantly. That's why the tension exists. That's why the silence matters. That's why the bond feels alive, because both of you are holding on to the same truth while pretending not to. So here's the truth. You've felt it, she's felt it, and the connection is real, even if neither of you admits it. Sometimes the strongest bonds are the ones that remain unspoken. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force words or actions. Just notice it, feel it, and understand it. That tension, that pull, that silent energy, it's a sign that something deeper exists. Not every connection needs to be labeled, and not every feeling needs to be confessed right away. Sometimes the magic is in the quiet, in the subtle moments, and in the unspoken understanding that you share. Pay attention to the signs, trust your instincts, and don't underestimate the power of what's felt but not said. Because these moments, these silent, electric, undeniable connections, are rare and they're worth noticing. If this video helped you understand her better, or made you see things you didn't notice before, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Remember, not everything has to be said out loud to be true.